Hello, folks, and welcome to the show from the Sidelines, brought to you exclusively by the 812. I am your host, the sports guy, and joining us today, we have none other than Bulldogs head coach Evan Ulrey. Coach, how are you, sir?
Doing great. How are you been?
I am doing well. Just glad to have football back in southeastern Indiana.
I feel you. It's great. Nothing better than nice hot weather in August, but fall, being right around the corner. It's the best time of the year.
Now, speaking of nice hot weather, unlike last year, Coach, you had an opportunity to get a full off-season program, a full camp in. From where you sit, how does the squad look going into the season?
Well, I feel good, and I'm sure a lot of coaches across the state are saying the same thing, in regards to just when you compare it to 2020. It was extremely difficult, and whereas this year it felt a little bit more normal, and for us, we went a couple times a week, in June, and then was able to go back on campus. We went to Manchester University in July for a camp, and we're able to, set up some scrimmages, this summer and in July, and it was good. I mean, I thought our guys really learned, got a lot of reps, live reps, and then just stuff in the installed in June and July, and you just feel way better than where we were last year. But, I'm sure everybody else is saying and feeling the same way. But, as of today, we feel very confident in the guys we're bringing on and put on the field.
Outstanding. And that's where a lot of the action will take place, is on the field. But there'll be a lot of interested parties this year, Coach, in the stands. Fans will be back in the stands. And for folks that haven't had a chance to see the Dogs in, several months, give me a player or a unit that they should look out for this season.
Well, I think, if you start on the offensive side of the ball, we return, Travis Flecker. He'll be a third-year guy, running the show at quarterback. And, I think Travis came on and out of the scenes as a sophomore a couple of years ago when we had a lot more fans in the stands, and had a really good sophomore year. He had big shoes to fill in Trey Heidlich, who also was a 3-year guy for us at quarterback. And last year I thought Travis had a good year, and not necessarily, I'm sure on his standards he can tell you the same thing. Probably didn't necessarily have a great year. But Travis, I think that really shows a lot of what he's done, this offseason in preparation on and off the field. And I expect Travis, he has a really good command of the offense, really good relationship with our offensive coordinator and pass game coordinator and Jack Finelli. And, I think he's going to have a big year. And I think that receiving core, we got some guys, we graduated some guys in Kurt Seifert and Trey Peters last year. But Luke Wilson, Jacob Meir are a couple guys that have been playing some varsity ball for a while. Luke, since he's a sophomore, and Brad Westerfeld, another senior receiver. And then we got some guys at tight end, and Bryson Benelli and Trenton Morrell, who've had really good summers. And so you start to look at those 5 pieces, and Vaughn Lee Hunn right now, who was our H-back in the past, is going to move back to running back and take a big void and fill in for Austin Pullman. And unfortunately, we lost Will Meir this summer to injury. He was going to be a senior for us, and so Vonley really had to kind of learn quickly at that position. And but I think offensively we got a lot of skill guys, a lot of experience, and definitely with Travis's ability to make plays with his arm and leg, I think it should be a really fun group to watch.
All right, Coach, I agree with you. Always a pleasure to speak with you, but more importantly, always a pleasure to watch those Bulldogs play. I've got one other question for you, Coach, and this is our wild card question. So good thing about the wild card, you can't get it right, can't get it wrong. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just your answer. And here's your wild card question. If money was no object, what vehicle would you own?
Oh, geez. I've always been a fan of that. Growing up, and I had a family friend. He collected Corvettes, and I always remember him going out to Bowling Green in Kentucky, and always been a fan of that. Got to drive a 1970 gold one, mint condition, all original to my senior prom, and always been a fan of vets. And so I'd probably have to go that route. You know, that would definitely be my answer.
It's a classic car, and you're right. You cannot go wrong with a Chevy Corvette, no matter what the affair. You can't go wrong with the Corvettes. Coach, again, thanks so much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you out on the grid.